This is the one and only NeNe Capri. I am the author of the Pussy Trap series, also Tainted, Lies, Fear, and Death under G Street Chronicles. And I'm rocking with your boy tonight, JRLive.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by. I'm your host, Jerry Royce, and welcome to Positive Power 21 Network, where you get your positive on. This is a worldwide podcast for growth, wealth, and success. Thank you.
Positive Power 21.org, Internet Radio.
Are you aware of the many ways that you can heal your body naturally using alternative methods? My name is Valerie Moore, and I'm the author of My Healing Therapies. My Healing Therapies is a book that unveils 7 ways to naturally heal your body, restore your mind, and revive your spirit. Visit my website at www.purpleroseHolisticHealth.com or reach me by phone at 443-451-2689.
Hey, have you ever heard of Vagina Talk? Have you ever had a conversation with your vagina? If you haven't, you're missing out on one hell of a conversation. This is Purple Barbie, the author of This Is Your Vagina, The Vagina is Where the Heart Is. Join me on a quick adventure as one woman reclaims her life by releasing her past and reestablishing her future, all with the help of the one who knows her the best. You can call her V.
Are you looking to vacation soon? Let Roberts Travel Services help you reach your travel needs. We specialize in group travel, honeymoon, girlfriend getaways, mission trips, and more. You can reach us at 404-939-6638. You can email us at robertstravelservices@gmail.com and on the web at www.robertstourismservices.com and look us up on Facebook at Roberts Travel Services.
What's stopping you from making more, having more, and being more? Hi, I'm Helen McMillan. I'm a success coach. I can help you shift into your $1 million zone of joyful success. Be your most magnetic, confident, and powerful self. The first step is to get my free ebook, 7 Simple Ways to Shift into Your $1 Million Zone. Go to www.yourmilliondollarzone.com and download it now.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and welcome to Positive Power 21.org. I am the voice of JRLive, and when it's all positive, it's all power. That's positive power. So thank you, everybody. Tonight, we have a special guest, worldwide known in the book industry world, Facebook, Twitter, and her name is NeNe Capri. I'm going to read her bio. Her bio says on Amazon, NeNe Capri spent the first 18 years of her life without her father, who was serving a life sentence of murder, raised on the ill streets of New Jersey by a mother and grandmother in Wilson Place and Mechanic Street projects. Being heavily, there's a little bit more to this. I didn't click all the buttons. All right, I forgot about that. All right. Being heavily influenced by her surroundings, she went headfirst into the streets. Once her grandmother passed in 1992, the only crush she would have would be alcohol and marijuana. Being a 16-year-old high school dropout with very little work experience, she picked up the neighborhood trades, which only pushed her further into the streets and spun her totally out of control. It would be many brushes with death that would present a fork in the road and provide an opportunity for change. At the age of 18, she met Rahida Clark. Is that Rahida?
Rahida.
Okay. Rahida Clark, who quickly placed her under her wing and relocated her to Georgia and put her on the road to success. All right, that's all we need to know. I see that good looking. I see that nice picture there. You smiling, your hair looking good. So what's going on, NeNe Capri? Welcome to JRLive. How are you doing tonight?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing well. Doing what I do, grinding. Running these pages, trying to get these books written. And, you know, we have the publishing company, Boss Lady Publishing, and we got a few authors getting ready to come out. So I'm always on the move.
All right. Now, you do have a pretty – now, I didn't know Amazon hides so much stuff if you have a well-written bio. Now, you have a whole lot of other stuff in here, and it even mentions that you went back and got your GED, you got an AAS in legal studies at Temple University, and then you went back and you got your BA in psychology and pre-law. Wow, I'm glad I clicked that button. That is phenomenal. And you belong to a number of societies, Psi Alpha Delta. You're an assistant director. Wow, you got a whole lot going on. How you have all this time to write all these books and receive what you're receiving? Blessings, right? That's what it's all about.
I'm definitely blessed. I have a very supportive family. They believe in my dreams, I think, more than I do. So I'm blessed with that, you know, to have them encouraging me, you know, keeping me going. I have a very strong team. You know, shout out to Alicia Sadler. She's my right hand. She makes sure everything runs smoothly for me. So, you know, I have a really good team of, you know, a family that I work with. So that helps the transitions from one phase to the other work a whole lot better.
That's right. And it takes a good family because I know, you know, we pretty much just came out of the gates not really knowing where we were going. And, of course, you know, some fellow authors of yours, you know, banded together and showed us the ropes and showed us where to go on Facebook. And we watched you guys. We studied you guys. And today, you know, you heard our sponsors. We got sponsors now. I got some good help also. So you do need a good support team. And it's not just sometimes just your family. It could be people you don't even know. I mean, I got some I made some really good friends online. I could say some people that's probably closer than some of the homeboys. You know, you know, isn't that something isn't that something you met people online is just giving? What do you say to something like that when it happens like that?
I feel like the history is already written, and when you ask and pray for certain things, it does something to the universe. It may not happen when you want it to happen, but it's only because each thing is being laid out and set up, and it's waiting for you to end up in that portion of history so that you can collect that particular blessing. So I think that, you know, whoever you're going to meet and deal with, they're already there waiting, you know, to receive you. It's just a matter of when you catch up with, you know, time and space.
That's right. And you're right. I believe that, too, because I suppose I gotten back into this in 2011. But I would just, you know how sometimes you think you can see your future and all you see is work. So you kind of like, I want to watch TV. You know, I want to watch like TV.
But you know, you just take it one step at a time. I mean, you see the future, you see what you want. Case in point, it's like looking at somebody come up to you and say, you know, Jerry, I need you to move this mountain of sand from this side of the street to the other side of the street. Now, if you look at the mountain of sand, it's like, oh my God, I'll never do it. But they give you like a teaspoon, and they're like, this is only tool you're gonna have to move the sand. Now, if you look at everything you have to do, you'll become overwhelmed. But if you just take one scoop at a time, sooner or later, all the sand will be to the other side of the street. You would have got, you know, past that particular trial in life. So just got to take it one step at a time.
That is true. That's true. And before we get into your book, Tainted, which, you know, that's the one we're going to talk about and, you know, we want to talk about you as a writer. You know, we read your bio, so just take us through the process. When did it all start? You know, what happened? What got this machine going?
As I had said, as it stated in my bio, I was out on the street. You know, I was running, doing a lot of different things. You know, my father was doing a prison bid life, but he was coming up on parole. And he was hearing a lot of different things back behind the wall. Like, they was like, your daughter's out of control. You know, you need to talk to her. You know, she's not doing good. She out in those streets. He would write me letters. My dad always fathered me, you know, even from behind the wall. A very good man, powerful man, a political prisoner. However, you know, he would write home and he would say, I want you to change your life. I want you to do some things differently. But I wasn't really ready for change. I kind of, like, ignored the letters. And then things started happening. different things started coming up. I seen people murdered. People was murdered next to me. I almost got, killed myself a couple of times. And the streets was getting sticky. It wasn't the glamour that I had once thought it to be at a younger age. And, the more you get into it, the more responsibility you have in those streets. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to walk away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But, I just cried out one night. I came in, a friend of mine had been murdered. I always journaled. I've been journaling since I was 10. And I pulled out my journal and I was writing in it and I was just, begging for some help, like praying, like, Lord, you got to help me. Like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living, each second by second. I was heavily depressed because of losing my grandmother. She was like everything to me. So it was like I was kind of like spiraling out of control. But my dad, he convinced me to talk to Wahida. And she had a history of, snatching up young girls and trying to, help them have better morals and, let them live with her. That was what she does. He was like, get with her. She's a family friend. I didn't really want to do it, but I did it.
Okay, so he knew her personally then.
Yes, he was good friends with her husband because her husband was also doing a long term in prison. So that's where my father had met him way back in, the day. So, yeah, they all knew each other, and, she mentored and different things. So I got with her. I didn't want to at first, but, as I thought about it, I was like, I need to, I have to. You know what I'm saying? Everything started replaying in my mind, all the murder, all the death, all the heartache and pain. I'm like, okay, I need a change. She snatched me up. We moved to Georgia. She had, started businesses and brought other family members down. And before you knew it, we all had houses and cars and were working and was being very successful. She showed me how to be a businesswoman, at the age of, 18, 19, and 20 years old. We were very prosperous. And it just so happens that the company she was working for folded. They were, a bad company, and she took the weight and she went into the prison in 98 to do a 10-year bid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So she got. Oh, so when her company, the one she was working for legally closed up, so she got in some trouble herself.
The whole company it was running, money laundering. It was doing different things, and she just so happened one of the top people in the company working there, and she took most of the fall, and she was behind that wall from 97, 98 all the way up until 2007 when she came out. But when she went in, it was like I lost another parent because she was now, like a mom to me. She had me in the house with her and her children, and, we were being prosperous. So now I'm like, now what am I going to do, But she was like, just keep pushing, find something to do. And I did, I finally went back to school. I got my GED. I was like, cool, Wahida, I got my GED. She was like, all right, well, keep on going. So I applied to college. And I got the degree there, graduated top of my class, outstanding student, graduate out of 9,000 students, was active, in several, groups and different things, activists. And then I went on to get my bachelor's degree in law. So I just kept on going, kept doing it. In between, I penned a couple of good books.
Now, I wanted to ask you, now, thinking about, let's just back up a little bit, like rewind back to when you were in the streets and then going back to college. So you pretty much had in your mind that you wanted to be involved with something. It just had to be something. So since the streets were there, you decided just to take the streets because it was embracing you.
Definitely.
And you were successful at it. Okay. And then, now I was going to say, so then after you got out of the streets because they pulled you out and then you went in college, you took this same energy and became successful in college. That's amazing.
Definitely.
That's an amazing story.
And I use the same energy for books. That same hustle mentality, that same, willingness to strive and to be something and be somebody. That has always been a dire, spirit inside of me. I was born.
Right, I was about to say, I was about to say, so that's always in you.
But my mother was 7 months when she had me, so I was ready to come into this world and do what I had to do.
That's right.
I've been ready from day one.
So anything you embrace, you pretty much turned it to gold, then you could say.
If I get an opportunity, I do. I really do. I'm blessed. I bring good energy around me, so I always get good people to come into my cipher. So I'm really blessed by that, because what you put out is what you get back. And if you're not good to people, you don't put good energy out there, you won't be successful.
That's right. So what kind of person? Were you a leader? You were saying college. So I know, like the streets, you was kind of following somebody else. It was their thing. But when you got to college, were you one of the one of the spoken leaders in some of those groups you were involved in?
Definitely. And even in the streets, I was a leader. I always had my own thing. But even in college, I always pushed myself forward. You know, after I walked in there the first day, I sat at the front of the class, engaging, you know, looking the professor right in the face. You know, it wasn't going to be anything that they were going to say that I couldn't do or I couldn't achieve or anything of that manner. I've always been a reader and an intellectual person, because both of my parents are. But, you know, I put it to the wayside because I was in the street. But as soon as I had an opportunity to be in a forum where intelligentsia is at the helm of what's going on, it was on. I was excited. That was everything. I couldn't wait to get to class to engage, you know, in those topics of conversation.
That's right. So what was your major again? Was psychology and law, pre-law?
My first degree is in philosophy, pre-law, and my second is in pre-law philosophy, and I have a smaller minor in sociology and African American studies.
All right, wow. So you were deep, sister. Okay. now the kids that you went to school with, did they know anything about your past? Did you tell them stories? They're like, nah, that wasn't you. Did you do that?
I don't really talk about it because, you know, like you said, kids. I'm going back into college in my 30s, and everybody else, you know, is young. So, you know, if anything, I would try to mentor them, but not by those types of stories. A lot of them didn't even know that I wrote or anything. I just was in there, you know, undercover, doing my thing, handling my business. They just knew who I was now. You know, how I got here. It was my business.
That's right. Well, I know sometimes, you know, you get some people, you say, there's something up with this person. You know they got a story, and you're going to ask them. Because I just dig these people up. And I was just blown away by some of these guys' stories, you know, when I was going to school. All right, good for you. All right, so we got a lot out of you, about you. Now, are you still doing some of those positive things with young people, or you just, you know, you're just pushing the books out? What's going on? I mean, you're building a family. Tell us about that.
I'm doing it all. Yes, I still do the mentoring. We have an organization called the Prodigal Sons and Daughters. We do prison reform and reentry, mentoring teens, abused women, you know, people who are alcohol or drug addicted. They're coming out of that, so we do counseling for that as well. So yes, I'm constantly on the move, speaking to high school students, junior high, you know, different things like that, college students. So yes, I'm still very active in between, you know, everything else I do around here.
So you're still active in your sorority?
Yes, I am.
All right, good. Now, how about your own? Do you have your own children?
Yes,
family?
I have a princess. She is 13, and then I have my sister. She's 20, and she's my sidekick.
All right.
And I have her with me, so that's my girl. So yep, that's who I got with me, and that's what we do. We ride. We ride with me.
Right. Now, NeNe, to your name, how many books would you say you have published so far?
8.
8 books. Good.
Yeah.
Good. And you got started in, what year was it again that you got started?
2010.
2010. Okay, so you still pretty new out there. Now,
yes.
Now, what genre are you most known for right now?
Street lit and with a touch of erotica.
Erotica. Okay, so you kind of mixed the two, or
yes,
that's okay. But they know what they're reading before they get it, so they know what they got. So if a person picks it up, they kind of, all right, cool.
They know.
But you have
if they don't, they find out real quick.
And it's amazing that, you know, you guys can do that, because I was talking to some authors about that. I said, I was reading your book. Is this an erotica book? And it's like, no, Jay, it's a romance book. No, it's not. This book is too visual. It's like, now you guys, y'all have, I say, a magic pen. I guess your imagination. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read your summaries, which I had planned on doing Sunday, but things just didn't work out. This was just a busy weekend. But now, are you visual when it comes to the lovemaking scenes?
Absolutely. That is one of the highlights of the book that people enjoy is definitely the sexual tension and relationship between the characters. It's always very detailed, very intense. I'm all about scenery. I put you right in the room. You're right there, front row seat.
So you write just like a cop. You know, when a cop has to submit his report, his investigation to the judge, to the jury, he has to paint that picture. They have to feel like they're there. So you have that gift to put people right there in that room with those two lovers.
Yes, right there in the room.
Right there in the room. You giving them it all.
You're gonna feel the sweat, you're gonna hear the voices, you're gonna feel the breath. You're gonna be right there.
So all hot. All hot. All right now.
Absolutely.
Now, would you say that is the secret to your success? Because listen to this, NeNe. Now, it's not a person out there that was. I'm talking about anybody. I don't care what religion you are to say, hey, they don't enjoy. They would say they enjoy a good book sometime with some real hot, steamy lovemaking, but they couldn't. They wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't leave it out on their living room table. They wouldn't leave it out just laying around in their bedroom. They know people are gonna be in and out. And those are the ones that are listed as erotica. But by you guys, painting the book street lit or urban fiction or whatever, it's okay. You can open the book up and be at work reading it, and nobody knows that you're reading a super hot lovemaking scene. They just say it. Oh,
well, my books would probably give you both aspects because I wrote The Pussy Trap, which is definitely, highly sexual and intense in that way. So if you see the cover, you're going to definitely think it's sexual. But it also has a heavy street element. It's a lot of murder. It's a lot of lies, a lot of deception and secrets. Things getting uncovered. You don't really know who's doing what. With me having a law background, I write very mysterious. Just when you think you figured it out, you haven't. And in between all of that heat, you know what I'm saying, you have these intense relationships that people say, I have, my mom sells the books at her job at the hospital, and they had ladies come up to her and say, damn, I wish I knew this dude. Like, I wish I would be able to actually meet him. Like, where is he? Where are men like this? And, they really enjoy how I describe my male characters and their relationship with the female characters. So it goes both ways.
Okay, all right. So, because now Tainted could be one that could take it to work, but they have to be careful with the other chronicles you have out there. Okay,
yes, because I also have Trust the Bitch, so that's another hot series. It's also intense with a lot of, gunplay and secrets, and I just love to write that way. I want my readers to always I like to write with suspense and drama where you can't really figure it out. I like my readers to have an opportunity to not know what's going on and feel like they know and still never have it figured out.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually named the genre, one of the other series you were working on. I thought you had named it.
Which one? Well, I do. I have the Pussy Trap series. I have the Trust No Bitch series. And then I have the Tainted series, Part 2, will be coming out by the end of the summer. All
right, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. That was the one I didn't hear. All right, good. All right, well, let's talk about your characters. You got these ladies at your mom's job saying, hey, I wish I knew that guy. Now, where are you finding these guys? I mean, are you just, did you meet them in school, at work? You have to get these guys from somewhere. Where you get them from?
Well, what I usually do, because I've had a lot of fallen soldiers in my day when I was in the world, so a lot of my characters carry the names of friends that I grew up with and will carry their same character. The things that I loved about my friends, I'll put those personalities into the characters in my book. The main male characters are always from relationships that I had in the past, maybe a compilation of different men, but it is one man that I did have in my life a long time ago. I used his personality strongly in my character, K-San, that the ladies just love. He's in the Pussy Trap series. They love him.
They love him. Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us about this guy. Tell us a little bit about him. Who is
Oh, Lord.
What is he?
You making me put him on Front Street. Well, what had happened was, I started dating really young. Being out there in the streets or whatever. He was also, out there, and we hooked up. He was older than me, and I had started dating him when I was about 13. He was just very influential in my life, and I on and off dated him until I was 18 years old when I was like, I can't do this no more because he was just like in the street. Like he was too in the street, and he had a lot of women. I was, arguing with people and doing all that. I was done, but he had a very, very, very heavy influence on my life very early on. And, I loved him to death. And his character is what made that the character K-San in my book.
Oh, man. So what is the character like in the book? I mean, is he like just a real strong, dominant type guy, his way or the highway? Yes, he's a very strong, dominant type dude. He's paid, so he got that money, so he has that confidence and that arrogance. He came up early, killing, some people who was coming at his uncle, and he killed them, and he pretty much took the lead role from there. He had an enemy. He needed to get him. He had a female in his crew, Coco. She was real rough around the edges. He has to make her feminine so that she could calm down to trap this dude he needed to get trapped. And his training her to calm down, he starts falling for her. And, one thing leads to another. They end up in a relationship, but it's a lot of, mystery. She's looking for his enemy. She finds one of her own. It gets crazy. People are losing their lives, and all for that trap. Wow. Wow. Now, I want to ask you this before we get back into your other book. Remember the movie with Nino Brown? He had his crew. A lot of these gangsters that's in a lot of these books, they kind of emulate, this guy's cartel. This gun-toting female. This smooth, pretty boy. Those are the kind of characters that the fans love to hate and love to love. What would you say about those type of characters?
I believe so, but I believe that they relate to the characters so much because every hood has a story and every hood has those particular characters. Growing up in the projects and different things, you had those types of things going on. In Newark, New Jersey, it was, some dealers where we were from who took over a building like that. So it's like that happened in a lot of different hoods, all around America. Everybody has the same story. It's just how we tell it. You know what I'm saying? The names may be different. The times of day, the time of year, which era may be different. But each one of us has a narrative, a story that comes from our hood. And it all looks alike and sounds alike because, the ghetto is universal. Everybody has the same story.
That's right. And one of the big mistakes that Baltimore made was they tore down the housing projects. And then the people didn't really have nowhere to go, so they just spread it out. So they everywhere. So it's like the dealers are everywhere, so the cops really probably don't have a clue where all the main operation is because everybody's everywhere. And the counties, the hood, and there's not really that much of a hood anymore. Everything is becoming all nicey now, all waterfront property, So it's like, where's the criminals at? Nobody knows.
Yeah, I'm there.
They out there, right? They out there. They just spread it out, blended in with the good folks of the city. You just can't tell. But right, and a lot of cities, the mayors chose to leave the projects up because they know where they are. That's what you want to know. You want to know where. That's right. Know where your enemies are. All right, let's get a little bit into your book reviews. I'm looking at Tainted. You just released this book this couple months ago, and it's still hot, right? Still hot.
Still moving, yes.
Still loving it. Yeah, and still gaining momentum, still picking up new fans. Now, your fans are very loyal to you. You do, is Tainted a paperback also, as well as an ebook?
Yes, it is.
Now, is that important to you, having a paperback?
Definitely, because I love to be able to get out and be with the readers. I call them bosses. I don't call them fans. They employ me. I work for them. So whenever I can get with them and, shake their hand and sign their book and get a hug, take a picture, that's important to me. And I think that is a part of my duty. Like, I owe that to them, for them to be able to have moments, with me and talk to me about books and engage with me. So, yes, paperbacks are very, very, very important. I started off in the paperback game, and I don't know what it would feel like if I just couldn't have my book in my hand.
I know.
I love to touch it, and I love to interact with my reading bosses. So that's what's
up. Do you take your book and fan yourself sometimes too with the pages?
No. Sometimes you'd be like, after you wrote it, you don't even want to read it because it's like it's done, it's over, and you're your worst critic, so you're always going to see something that you could have did better, or, oh, my God, I can't believe I said that this time. I'm not going to say that next time. So, you see your growth. Each book, you grow a little bit more. You learn from your editors. You learn from your publisher. You learn from your colleagues and your mentors. And each book, you try to do a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? You try to make it a little bit better. So, yeah, that's all it is.
Good. Now, the e-book world. I heard the e-book world is only making up like 18% right now. So basically, a lot of the authors that came out during your time, they have the love for the pages. So you're going to still give them the e-books. Now, why give them the e-books? Is it because, the electronic devices are so popular and some people do need the convenience, or is it just a trend now? What's that for you?
I think that with everything, it's transforming. You know what I'm saying? And e-books make up a big percentage of the business. A lot of people can't do paperbacks. Everybody don't have that paperback grind or hustle. It's definitely a science to moving them paperbacks around. It's not just, I got paperback books. Do anybody want one? Because you can only sell but so many books to so many friends. And after that, you're going to have cases of books sitting somewhere. So, you have to make sure that you study your craft and learn how to move the paperbacks. But at the same time, you have to be able to move into the electronic era. People are traveling more. People have iPads. They're making everything touch screen. I was at the restaurant the other day. They have a thing on the table now at Applebee's where you can order your food. You don't have to wait for the waitress. You just hit it, and then it goes to the back, and then the person brings it out, and you had a button to call. I was like, wow, technology is really moving. They have games on it, so I guess, you can sit here while you're playing, the kids are waiting, and it's just a little device that you can move around the table like a little iPad that has a weight on it. So I said, look at how technology is doing. They're taking human contact out of everything. Customer service, they're taking human contact out. So, if you're going to be an author and you're going to write or what have you, you definitely better be up on, social media and, the ebook game, how to move those ebooks, how to promote them, how to get them in readers' hands. And it's definitely a science to all that. So.
That's right. So the madness behind the ebooks. Now you guys got promoters now working for you full time online, and they just shooting those books out there. So when you look at your sales, you're still grateful for the paperback, but you're happy about the ebooks because it's bringing in a little bit more, a little faster, right?
Well, it all depends on the author. Everybody has their niche. I'm blessed that I have both people who get a large amount of ebooks as well as the paperbacks. So I'm really, really blessed. I came in the game at a good time, and I was able to inherit a lot of, Wahida Clark's fans. She taught me a lot about branding and making sure that I'm relevant as an author, not just, hey, you buy my book. So I spent a lot of time, branding myself as NeNe Capri. And because of that, I'm blessed to have a very good, following of readers who stick by me and who are ready to one-click my work, both paperback and ebook. They'll come to the table and say, I have it in my Kindle, but I had to get the paperback because you're here. You have to sign this for me. So, I'm blessed. I'm grateful.
That's right. Good for you. Now, what's up with this NeNe on TV that's out there? Got your namesake. What can you say about her? Is she putting out? Is she about to put out? Is she gonna be an author also?
That's good. Hey, let me tell you something. If she can do what she got to do to get the things that she wants to have in life, I applaud her. You know what I'm saying? It's her job. Just like this is my job. That's her job, and she's working her show. She ain't asking me to pay none of her bills or nobody else. She's working her show. So I don't have nothing to say. Shoot, I'm trying to get where she at. I hope she know I'm out here with a name like hers and say, holla at me. I ain't got nothing negative to say about that woman.
That's right, because I know 4 NeNes. It's 2 here in Baltimore, because my wife's nickname is NeNe, and she got a twin that runs around town that looks just like her. Her name NeNe, and then you guys on TV and the internet out there. So you guys are shaking it down. Doing a good job.
Trying to get it done. Maybe it's going to be some good success for NeNe this year and next.
That's right. NeNe Incorporated. They doing their thing. All right. All right. Now, let's see what some of your authors are saying. What is so fantastic about you? And somebody did say you're awesome. Awesome. They said this author is not playing when it comes to her craft. The book was good. So she was happy about Tainted.
Yeah.
She loved it. Now, did you do anything different to this book than the ones before it?
Definitely.
These people are like, they're putting love. You never lets me down. Still a fan. Awesome. And they, of course, they saying great read. They can't put the book down. You're getting people in trouble at work. They can't put it down. It's 3:00 in the morning. They still reading. They haven't been to sleep, so they go to work. Then they're in the stall. See, that's the good thing about the Kindle. See, that's why you need the e-books, because you could be at your desk reading, and the boss wouldn't even know it. You put your mirrors up.
Going down.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I definitely did something different in the Tainted series, because in my Pussy Trap series, my characters are already grown and pretty much into their personalities. They come in the book with strong character, strong personality, but I wanted to bring something different to my readers with Tainted. I wanted them to have characters that they can grow with. The girls are younger, they're just coming into themselves. They dating these older dudes, and they're trying to, go through their own little trials of, adolescence and having them first dates, so that by book 2, they can really feel like I know these people, like I grew up with them, and they can, they can fall in love with them that way and evolve with the characters. So that's what I definitely wanted to show in my Tainted series. So, I wanted
they appreciate it. Yeah, I can see they appreciate it looking at this. One lady said this book gave her health issues.
Probably because the twists and turns. I told you I try to keep guessing.
No, she said that she has never been that in tune with fictional characters before. Never. It's like she really got into these people. I mean, she's talking about Flint, Raven. What they like nightclub owners or something like that?
No, they in the streets. They moving a little product. They young boys, so they really just getting started. And these girls are just coming out of high school. Like they right at that age where you just starting to explore, and they meet older boys. And they want to be in relationships with them, so they think.
So your book is kind of like, this book is almost kind of like a Twilight, taking them back. Like you got these young girls that's in love with these guys. Okay, we're going to make them young, just like you. So that's what you're doing now, and you decided to just make them young, just like some of these readers. That's why they're going crazy in this book. Sound like they passing out.
The women, they was like, wow, I remember when I was in high school and I was in love, so it's making them, go back. Like, wow, I remember them days when you were young and going to the teen parties and chasing behind the older boys. So, a lot of them are seeing themselves in those characters.
Yeah. So what town are these guys living in? Where are they? In New York? Down south?
They're in New Jersey, and they deal with some accents in New York. Yeah, yes. I'm from Jersey, so I always try to throw a little of that in there.
I see. Good for you. All right. So one of the things I think Brandon sent to you was a question about what's next for you pretty much in writing. I mean, are you going to start another Chronicle type series or something people are not used to reading from you?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. I got something that's on the burner right now that's just I'm amazed that it came to my mind. I can't wait to really get into the cut, the whole cut of it all. I've started it. It's going to be a 4-book series. It's going to be 6. Not releasing no titles yet. You'll see the titles and covers. All that'll happen at one time. But it's my pen is just ridiculous on this one, and I'm just blessed that I was able to receive that revelation because it came to me, and I'm excited. My readers are definitely going to have a total treat from this series. So
you're going to mess them up on this one.
Definitely. I'm going to close Tainted out with a part 2. My Pussy Trap series is getting ready to close with a part 4. I'm going to give them a couple of little short stories just to keep their palate wet while they waiting for this new series. And then coming into the beginning of the year, I'm going to hit them so hard it's going to be ridiculous. I'm excited. I really am.
Yes. So when you do like a short story, is that what they call flash writing or something like that?
It's different. It's really word count, like flash fiction. You have your short stories. It's all about word count. 15, 30,000. 45,000. Words is like shorts. A full-length novel should really be anywhere between 75,000, 80,000 words, 85,000 words. That's a full-length novel, as I was trained by Wahida. And anything under 50,000 is pretty much a short or a flash or, like that.
Incredible life. NeNe Capri. Incredible. Now, when will we see a biography? That's what they. I mean, we heard your story, but it's nothing like reading the story. When is that going to happen?
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of me in my books. So usually when you are reading my books, you're going to get a piece of NeNe and all of that. A lot of the stories, a lot of different things that happened to guys around my way growing up. A lot of them that I lost. I use, like I told you, their names, their situations, things that happen. I use that in the books, and I change it up, with action and extra drama. But you're always going to get a piece of me in everything that I write. Later on in life, when I have really accomplished something, yes, I'll probably write, something great. But right now, I'm just trying to be, the best mother I can be, continue to pursue my education, write some great books, help some people in between. And that's it. I haven't really done anything yet, in my own eyes. I'm ready to really, continue on with some of these other dreams that I have, and then maybe I'll have a story to tell.
Yeah, because, I mean, your bio started out with 2 lines when I was reading it on the front page of Amazon, and then I clicked once, and then it gave me a little more. Then I clicked the third time. I was like, well, this girl got 2 college degrees and 4 majors or something like that. That is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's a blessing.
Yes, it is. And I'm sure a lot of your I'm sure your readers probably follow you on other blog talk radios and other podcasts. So probably nothing you said today didn't surprise them. But it was good to hear this myself. My audience. A lot of times, you see some of these young people out here. You kind of like, oh man, Jesus coming. He's coming soon. But then you hear a person's story like yours, and you say, it's still some good things happening in the world. It's still some good things happening.
Definitely, and it's even good things happening inside of the tragedies. You know what I'm saying? The thing that you're hearing is the souls of the people crying out. They just don't know how to react. They don't know how to communicate the things that they want and need in their communities. So it's coming out in violence and exploitation on social media because they don't really know where to ask for the help from. You look at our youth, they feel like don't nobody love them or care about them or, or are concerned with their future. So they act like they don't have a future. They act like there is no future. And because of that, they destroy everything in their path. because they don't feel like anyone cares about what it is that they're concerned with. You understand what I'm saying? And because of that, you have the different types of hell going on, you know, within our communities and in our, you know, our smaller social groups. But, you know, 100% change comes after 100% dissatisfaction. So the people, you know, they're going to get dissatisfied enough and watch the change. It happens all the time.
That's right. That's right. And look, it comes to positive power like every week. Every week. That's why I tell people, if you want to get some good stuff, you listen to JRLive. These people are telling some stories that I couldn't even dream up. Incredible stories. I mean, I've met a lot of people, you know, in my path, you know, being a newspaper businessman, but it's nothing like podcasting, man. You guys are coming from all over the world telling these incredible stories. And I always tell people, authors are the most incredible people. They have stories to tell. Stories to tell. But good for you, NeNe. Yeah, I enjoy having you on the show. I'm so happy for your success, and keep doing what you're doing, helping people, you know, reaching back, helping someone. I know that it brings a smile to their face.
I try to do what I can. You know, I do what I can do. You know, definitely whoever's listening, thank you for, you know, tuning into the show. You can catch me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere you need to find me. I'm always NeNe Capri. That's that branding right there. I had a Pussy Trap series, the Trust No Bitch series that I wrote with Cash. I have Tainted. Tainted 2 is coming. I also have Right and Royalty Radio. Shout out to my crew, Miss Leisha, Miss Tony, Aaron Bebo, the director with the pen. And I'm the boss lady, so I'm doing it.
The boss lady. That's right. You doing it, looking good. All right, boss lady. I'm about to close up the show. We'd like to leave the new listeners just tune in with anything before we close out.
You said for any new listeners?
Yeah, they don't know NeNe Capri. What you like to leave them with?
Oh, definitely. You know, the pen is the limit. You know, good things come to those who wait, but only what's left from those who hustle. You know, you just got to hustle. You know, follow me on the social media. I'd love to have you, interact with you. Thank you, you know, for listening and following. And, you know, continue to enjoy the journey with us. I'm trapping.
That's right. That's right. I'm loving it. All right. That's NeNe Capri. I'm JRLive. Like I always say, if you want to get the good stuff, tune in to JRLive. Take care, everybody, and listen to replay. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you for tuning in to the Positive Power 21 Network. Team 21 would like to thank you all for tuning in, and please spread the word and tell a friend. This is Jerry Royce at Positive Power 21, where we get our positive on.
Positive Power 21.org Internet Radio.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That's a wrap. JRLive, Positive Power 21.org. Don't forget, on Spreaker.com, Positive Power. We need you to follow. Bye-bye.